Hello and welcome to another update video about ETH. ETH saw a little bit of a, well, you could say corrective rally today. Nothing major. The price tries to move here within this support area that we defined. But the idea is that in our preferred scenario, this should actually break. Okay, so this support area is actually for the yellow directly bullish, direct bullish breakout count basically, in which we currently see a wave 2 pullback and the third wave rally should unfold from here. This, however, is not the primary scenario as suggested in previous videos for various reasons. I discussed them before. One reason is that the second wave 1 is too long to be reliable, and the first wave 1 doesn't really look like an impulse, or like a 5-wave move at all. I mean, another way to look at this might be as a diagonal, where we say this is wave 1, wave 2, A, B, C in wave 3, 4, 5, but it wouldn't change the support area anyway. So, and diagonals again, and also cannot be trusted really. So all of that mixed with the situation that this entire correction hasn't really come down low enough or deep enough for a wave 2, makes me think, the white count is more probable. Okay, so the yellow count is possible. It's also not unlikely, but it's less likely than my preferred white wave structure. At least that's my opinion. Now, okay, the levels are objective, the fib levels and the invalidation points. So sometimes the market takes a less probable route. That's just what it is. That's why it's probabilities and not certainties. But we have to lean with probabilities, of course. All of that isn't so much of a problem if we consider that both scenarios, yellow and white, are actually both bullish. It's just that in the white wave count, we look for a more, more substantial pullback before trend continuation higher. And to be honest, before ETH should really escalate, because this is currently a wave 2 pullback, and that typically is followed by a third wave, and the third wave is typically the most aggressive rally in an uptrend, or just generally the most aggressive trending wave in an uptrend or a downtrend. But this third wave would go up, so could take us easily to $3,000, $4,000 next. But first of all, we need to see this correction complete. Seems like 2024 could be a good year for ETH. Also bear in mind that an ETH spot ETF might be on the horizon. Yeah, and I mean, where in the yellow wave count the correction could be complete, but I haven't got any evidence that yellow wave 3 has started. In the white scenario, it seems like an ending diagonal to the downside in a wave C of 2. We highlighted the relevant support levels in the previous video, $2,191 and $2,047 for this wave C of 2. And as it's unfolding as an ending diagonal, at least that would be my interpretation here. The C wave down could be next within wave 3, then another 4 and 5. Question, is this B wave already complete? It certainly could be, wave B of 3, but it's a bit too early to tell. But we have a 3-wave move that, yeah, definitely, could be complete. Just would need to give us some evidence, and a break below the $2,269 level would be an indication that we are in wave C to the downside. It doesn't really follow through yet, so at this stage another B wave extension certainly cannot be ruled out. There isn't really much more to add. One more aspect that we could add to this chart is potentially a trend line here. So if we talk about a potential extension of the B wave, I think that's actually quite likely, considering a potential trend line that's quite well defined, and considering the fact that so far this move down looks a bit corrective, so could easily extend a little higher into a more complex ABC structure in wave B. But then there is not much more to add, so I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.